Consumers and companies are cashing in on cashless transactions.
We're seeing this explosion in digital peer-to-peer payments.
One of the more popular digital payment methods with 40 million users is Venmo. Last quarter, the app processed more than $27 billion in payments.
I am fascinated by how technology is disrupting business and society.
Professor, entrepreneur, and host of the Disruptive Innovation podcast, Mike Grandinetti, says other peer-to-peer payment options like the Cash App and Zelle are growing too.
Zelle, which is something that is now owned by a consortium of 7 banks, is doing $500 billion every quarter in peer-to-peer payments. And these are free.
These opportunities to avoid fees and increase convenience are causing consumers to break with banking traditions.
This past year, 2019, was the first time ever that more than half of the U.S. population started interacting with their bank using their mobile app.
Big tech is trying to get in on financial services as well.
What we're going to see in 2020 is a significant number of these big companies providing a level of additional financial services, credit cards, debit cards, checking accounts.
Apple just launched a new credit card. Google and Amazon announced they're planning to offer checking accounts.
This is the world we're going to live in, and there are going to be less and less traditional banks doing business with us, and we're going to be doing business more with these digital players that have only been around for the last 10 or 15 years.
Cryptocurrency is digital-only currency with no central issuing authority. It relies on advanced code to prevent fraud. It's not a new concept in the U.S. It just hasn't become common practice here yet.
Bitcoin was in response to the financial crisis. That, when the subprime crisis happened, there was a tremendous loss of faith in governments and central banks. And Bitcoin was an attempt, a very libertarian attempt, to sort of provide control to the masses.
But Grandinetti says Bitcoin's anonymity attracted too much criminal activity. Last June, Facebook announced it was getting into the crypto game with Libra, but that has yet to come to fruition. And now, China appears to be ready to launch its version.
China will be the first country to create a digital currency. It will happen early in 2020. And, it's the opposite of Bitcoin, where every transaction is 100% traceable back to the individual.
For those who feel overwhelmed and undereducated when it comes to money,
the average customer overpays on their mortgage by 0.25%.
There's a growing number of financial technology, fintech resources out there, apps like Mokify that help people build credit, and Affirm, which provides instant point-of-sale loans. There's also a mortgage service startup called Own Up.
Prior to starting Own Up, I ran the residential lending business for a bank here in Boston, and at that bank I was responsible for over $11 billion worth of home loans in 5 years. And the irony of that story is, despite working with some 40,000 customers, when it came time for me to get a mortgage for my family, I didn't actually go to my own bank.
Patrick Boyagi founded Own Up in Boston in 2016 with Mike Tassoni and Brett Shields.
There are a lot of lenders that are trying to do what's best for the consumer. And what we do is we search for those lenders, we put them through a vetting process, and then we partner with them.
Potential home buyers can go to the site, build a profile, and get personalized offers without entering a Social Security number and no hard credit inquiries.
The Consumer Finance Protection Bureau tells us that more than 70% of people never even shop with more than one lender.
Own Up, however, has worked with more than 10,000 customers who can now say they have.
Since we started, our average customer saves over $20,000 over the life of their loan. Mike, Brent, and I felt like we could build a technology company that empowered consumers by giving them customized data and pairing them with a human that gives them personalized advice, and ultimately they would achieve better financial outcomes. And that's what's happened.
Another trend to keep an eye on is ESG investments. That stands for environmental, social, and governance. Financial services companies say investors are growing more socially and environmentally conscious. And experts say we may start seeing more ESG funds in 401k plans and IRAs. Up next, chicken, fish, or plants?